Bucs have watched their lead in the NFC South shrink dramatically after losing 3 of the past 4 games to stiff competition. The Lions, Patriots, and Bills, and the road doesn't get not any easier this weekend. On Sunday night, the Bucs are set to face a Rams team that's currently tied for the best record in the NFC. Since starting 5-1, the Bucs' odds to win the NFC have moved from plus 750 to 14-1, which is 6th among NFC teams according to ESPN Sportsbook. So, Cam, do you believe Baker Mayfield and the Bucs are still at this point Super Bowl threats?
Absolutely. And I think the only thing that pretty much has changed with this is the offense is still dominant and potent, even with the injury to a Mike Evans. The reality is that the defense has not provided enough opportunity as they once had earlier in the season. Now, when you have Baker Mayfield now having an opportunity at the end of the game to go win it for us, he's provided that opportunity. Well, when you look back last week, he didn't have an opportunity in Buffalo because the game got so out of hand, it was almost like we were playing catch up to somebody's mustard. You dig what I'm saying?
I got you.
So those type of realities have to be taken into consideration. And it's not to say that the Buccaneers defense isn't capable, because they have some stars there. It now comes back to saying, hey, how can we play complementary football with keeping the game in reason so we can allow our team to make plays for us at the end?
Go ahead, RC.
That is not true. This team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as they are playing right now, aren't Super Bowl threats at all. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when we go back throughout their schedule, you say, okay, Seattle was a quality win. We'll say the San Francisco 49ers are a quality win. In the last 2 weeks, you played the leaders of the AFC East Division in the Patriots and the Bills, and the Bills game was actually close. Baker Mayfield did have an opportunity in the fourth quarter. A Bills team that can't stop a nosebleed was able to get the football back to Josh Allen. Obviously, Josh Allen has one of those superhuman days, but if they don't get people back healthy, if Todd Bowles defensively can't figure out a way to stop the big play, this team can't compete with the top of the NFC. It wasn't just Drake May to Kyle Williams, Drake May to Stephon Diggs, Drake May to Mac Hollins. It was last week with Keon Coleman on the sideline, Josh Allen to every damn body. And so if they don't figure out a way to stop people and give Baker Mayfield more help offensively when you get some people back healthy, this team will be home early in the playoffs like we've seen them the last few years.
Listen, I don't have much to add more than that, because I agree with RC. I mean, right now, we look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're a decent team. But we don't view them the same way we view Seattle. We don't view them the same way we view L.A., and we damn sure don't view them the same way we view Philadelphia. We just don't. And then when you combine the fact that you got guys missing multiple games, that includes Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, okay, Bucky Irvin as well. I mean, those are pivotal absentees right there. When they're not in the game, that affects you. We know that Baker Mayfield been trying to hold down the fort despite oblique injuries and knees and all of this other stuff. He's been trying to hold down the fort, but there's only but so much he can do. There's only but so much that defense can do. Tampa Bay is a damn good team. They're in the mix. They're respectable. But you need all your weapons. We got to remember Tristan Wirfs. I mean, you got him on the offensive line. You need that, brother. Yep. If you don't have these cats available, you have no chance against these teams that we're talking about in the NFC.
They started the season 5-1, right? They won so many close games, and it seems like those close games have kind of slipped away from them. So why do you still think they're a Super Bowl contender?
I just got to question Stephen A. on something real quick. Like, you just loosely using teams of what they could be or what they have showed before and not consistently. And that's fair that you've now came into a realization of a better understanding of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But to see last week's performance and still to utter a Seattle Seahawks team, the thing that I'm saying is each team that is a Super Bowl contender has one thing in common: a capable quarterback. That's not to say that Sam Darnold isn't capable. What I'm saying is what we've seen more times than not, at one particular point in this year, we were saying that Baker Mayfield was a MVP candidate, if not the top.
First 4 weeks, yeah?
Yeah, but he's still performing at a high level with the opportunity that is given. Now, when you say Super Bowl contenders, I'm putting Baker Mayfield in a position to say, hey, can he compete with a Philly? Can he compete with a Detroit? Can he compete with the Los Angeles Rams? Can he compete with a Seattle? Yes, because of Baker Mayfield and what I've seen more times than not this year, and that's the reason.
Well, you can. I get you. I get where you're coming from with this. Here's where I'm looking at with Seattle. Sam Darnold. We know what happened with him in the season finale against Detroit last year. We know what happened to him in the playoffs against the Rams. And his brother Hold on,
Don't start that.
Wait a minute.
Why you set him up
No.
so he can talk bad about Sam?
I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just giving you facts. The man showed up in Southern California and act like he was drowning in the Pacific Ocean. Something was wrong.
Yeah, he came straight from Coachella.
Four interceptions, okay? 4 interceptions. And still, against a Rams who are universally recognized as a title contender, they needed every mistake he made in order to survive, because Seattle still was in a position to win the damn game if they could make a field goal at the end. This is what we're talking about here. Despite 4 interceptions, my attitude is, as awful as he can be in his moments, I don't expect him to be that awful. How can we rely? I'm not relying on that. And that's the difference.
Somehow we went off the rails and we got to the Seahawks.
How the hell we get to Sam Darnold, though?
Strange.
It's
It's a bunch of
because
strange things.
He's not even in
What's
the
the
rundown.
The Bucs have a tough
They brought him
one.
up.
Speaking of California and LA, the Bucs have a tough one. Again, they have the Rams on Sunday night. The Bucs 1-7 in primetime games since 2023.
Yeah.
Not a great record,
Right.
but they could change the tide. How's everyone doing out there? Okay, good. Good to hear. They're going to be sticking around with us. Hopefully you will too. Cam Newton has called
The Packers, they just got to do a better job of catching the football. I want to say Dobbs had a few drops there. I think 4, 5, 6, 7 overall drops last game. I do like the Packers here. Big one against the Vikings, but Jordan Love looked good.
Packers are a 6-point favorite in this game. Packers, candidly, have been underwhelming. I don't know if I think the Vikings win this game, but I definitely like them with the points. I think that with the young quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, they don't get blown out of these games. They come back late in the fourth quarters, and I would not be at all surprised. The Vikings, who pulled off a win in the division against the Lions, almost pulled off a win in the division last week against Chicago. Packers have been less than unbeatable at home. I think Minnesota is going to make this a lot more interesting than most people suggest.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Green Bay wins. Number 1, Green Bay catch the football. I'm sick and tired of watching you guys drop the football. 2, Christian Watson's got to step forward and really become the star. He's got the ability. He had an outstanding game last weekend. It all comes down to if they'll catch the football or not.
Give me the Packers. I mean, I think J.J. McCarthy is only 5 games in, so you have to give him patience. In that same vein, he's only 5 games in. The Packers are going to win.
Give me something on this game, Green Bay and Minnesota.
Again, I think J.J. McCarthy's got so much pressure on him right now. Can you imagine, though, if Green Bay couldn't come through at home again? This would be the 3rd straight home loss.
Yes.
That's hard to imagine for a Green Bay team that should be vying for a Super Bowl. They lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
They lost the next
Eagles.
to the Eagles, and I mean, I can't imagine Green Bay.
They beat the Giants last week in a game they did not dominate, and all of that was, I don't know, something ain't right in Green Bay. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but something doesn't look exactly right. Let's go to the Chiefs and Colts, which I believe is the...
2 is understanding how this defense wants to play when it comes to structure and will in their run game. They want to set the edge, and they want to fly to the football. Early down, play action pass. You can't just line up and run the ball on first down. Early down, play action pass. I think the second thing is Josh's legs got to be huge. This defense is what we call a match defense. When people get near him, they cover him almost in a man setting. When Josh sees a seam, he's got to take off. And then the last thing is you got to take shots and hit shots. You got to take shots against this defense. You're not going to march the ball down the field.
Certain teams just have not performed well in certain cities. And if we go back and look, Buffalo has lost 5 straight games in Houston. Josh Allen is 0-3 in Houston. They average 15.6 points per game in those 5 losses in Houston.
Last year was a
They've
big
never
struggle.
scored more than 20 points in those 5 games in Houston. Buffalo, for whatever reason, has struggled in Houston, and tonight they have a short week, so we'll see how it works out.
I think I want to change my pick to the Texans. I was kind of back and forth in pre-production, like, hey, give me Texans. No, give me Bills. Now I'm kind of back to I think I want to go Texans.
Let me get you one. Cole Bishop. Safety. I mean, you talk about exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, last 3 games, 7 tackles a game, 2 interceptions, 6 pass breakups. The dude is playing like an all-pro. He needs to be getting more love
Our people
on a
say
week-to-week. Hey, you're doing it. Earned it.
Say thank you.
Earned, not giving.
My son say thank
We
you.
have everything about that. So and a reminder that they're playing without C.J. Stroud. Davis Mills playing at quarterback for Houston. No one is paying attention to the Texans at all, but they have absolutely crept back into the playoff race, right? They've absolutely
Same record as the
crept into
Chiefs,
the
right?
playoff race. Yeah, they have the same record as the Chiefs. We're switching it. We switched it for you.
Thank you.
We switched the bet.
Now we got both though, so you can't be wrong.
Yeah, now I can't be wrong. And you were bringing up Will Anderson earlier. We got to interview him with Bustin' with the Boys, and seeing this specimen, this freak of a human being, it made me truly question how I even played in the NFL.
Same league, same species,
same every. Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
We have all been asking that question.
We've been questioning it. I'm so glad we could put it out there.
ESPN Bets Power Hour.